In this video, I'm going to give you a simple tutorial on how you can use the Parcl application, which is built on the Solana network, to trade real estate markets, but in a tokenized version. Now, why would you want to use Parcl to trade real estate? Well, for starters, you can get in for just a few dollars instead of having to invest in an entire building or a home. And it's tokenized, meaning that you can use it in your Web3 or your Solana wallet. And of course, in addition to being able to trade or speculate on real estate markets, there's a lot of speculation that Parcl will be releasing an airdrop token at some point in the near future. And in fact, they have a point system on right now. So the more that you trade with Parcl, the greater chances you have of qualifying for an airdrop and getting a larger amount of airdrop. And finally, in case you're wondering if these guys are legit, they're actually backed by some of the biggest crypto VC names out there, including Coinbase and Dragonfly. And there's not a huge amount of liquidity on the market right now, but this is great for people that are interested in Parcl for airdrop farming purposes because it means that it is not an oversaturated airdrop campaign at the moment. Now, in order to actually use the application, you're going to need to have a Solana wallet with some funds in it. I'm using the Phantom wallet for this, and I have other tutorials on the channel that will show you how to get started with the Phantom wallet if you have absolutely no idea and you're a total beginner. But once you have the Phantom wallet installed and you have some funds in it, you can go ahead and launch the Parcl application. Once you do that, it's going to prompt you to connect your Solana wallet, which I'm going to go ahead and do with Phantom. So you hit connect, and then you have to sign a message in your wallet that's basically verifying your wallet address. So let's go ahead and hit sign. And now we're in. So this is what the home page of Parcl looks like. And I'm going to walk you through exactly what you can do with this, how you can trade real estate markets, and how you can qualify for the airdrop. So let's start with the absolute basics. On the home page here, you can see what markets are trending up and what markets are trending down. So you can see that it's organized by cities around the world, although definitely a lot of them are located in the US. So you can actually invest in real estate in these cities and you can decide whether or not you think it's going to go up or down. Now, while there's definitely a heavy focus on the US real estate markets at this point, there are plans to expand into other global cities as well. So you can keep an eye on this to see when they are going through. Now, these buttons here are going to show you what you can actually trade when you log into the app. So right now, there's the option to choose active markets, and there are 6 real estate markets that are currently live and tradable right now. And you can see how much open interest there is for each of these real estate markets. So each of them has minimum a couple 100,000, and Miami has almost 1.5 mil. Now you can also toggle onto non-trading markets, which are ones that are not currently live, but will probably going live at some point in the near future. But so currently, as of the time of this recording, there's only actually 6 real estate markets that are live for trading. So you can see these are the options. We got Miami Beach, San Francisco, Las Vegas, New York, Austin, and Brooklyn. So when you decide which real estate market you want to trade, you hit on the button on the right-hand side that simply says trade. So let's say I wanted to place a trade for the Miami Beach market, which has the greatest open interest. The first time that you go to place a trade, you're going to need to actually create an account. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to name my account kryptocove and agree to the terms and conditions. And when I submit this, I have to sign a transaction in my wallet and pay a tiny amount in gas fees for the transaction. And the next step before I can actually place a trade on this market is to fund the account. Now, there's 2 options. You can fund it with MoonPay directly from US dollars if you want to do that, but I'm just going to use Jupiter. I'm going to trade into some USDC from Solana, and then I'll be able to use the USD coin on the Solana network. And once you have some USDC in your Solana wallet, which I now have, you can fund the account. So I'm going to go ahead and fund it with the $11.55 worth of USDC that I just swapped for. Okay, so that is complete, and now you can see I have my account and the $11 in it. And this is where we can actually get to the trading. So on Parcl, you have the option to either go long or short. If you go long, it means you think that the price of this real estate market is going to go up. And if you go short, it means that you think the price of this real estate market is going to go down. You also have the option to use leverage if you're interested in that, although the more leverage you use, the greater the chances there are of you being liquidated. And so I don't recommend using a lot of leverage unless you're an experienced trader, you know what you're doing, and you know how to manage your risk. Because let's say, for example, I put on a trade with max leverage, and I want to go long. Well, if the price of Miami Beach real estate goes down even by a small amount, with max leverage, my position will be liquidated and I would lose the full amount of the collateral that I put in. However, if I only was to use a small amount of leverage, then the price of Miami Beach real estate would have to go down by a lot in order for me to actually be liquidated. Now, once you choose the trade that you want to place, so let's say I wanted to go long Miami Beach real estate at 1.3x leverage, so a small amount of leverage, you would hit preview, and this is the details of the position. It denominates your position in terms of the square footage, because what we're trading basically is a price per square foot. And so since I don't have nearly enough to buy one entire square foot, I would be theoretically buying a small fraction of a square foot with the small amount of money that I actually have on the platform. So let's say I was happy with this trade, I would hit open long position and it would pop up in my wallet asking me to confirm the transaction. Now, I'm not gonna do that right now because I wanna show you a few other things first. If you open up this bottom part here that says margin requirements, this is where you can see the estimated liquidation price for the trade. Since I'm using 1.3x leverage in this circumstance, this would be the liquidation price. If the price of Miami Beach real estate went down from $572 to $276, then that trade would be liquidated. But you can see that if I slide the leverage bar all the way to the top, then the price for liquidation would only be $549 compared to the current $572. So that is where it gets really risky. You want to make sure that the liquidation price ideally is very far away from the actual current market price of whatever asset you're trading. And the exact same thing applies on the short side. You can choose to use leverage. So this means if you think the price is going to go down, then you want to go short. And of course, if you use leverage, then if the price goes up, that's where you would be liquidated. So the liquidation price, if I was to put on a short, would be higher than the current market price. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, before you make any trade on the Parcl platform, I recommend activating the points system because it's an opt-in feature, but you want to be earning these points because if there's an airdrop in the future, then Parcl points will probably be a pretty determining factor in that. So before you make any trade, you're gonna want to agree to the terms and conditions and then hit activate. And once you do activate points, you can navigate to their points section here by hitting on the top left-hand corner and clicking on the points tab. And this is where you can track your total points as well as see what you can get points for. So there's 3 ways basically that you can get points. You can deposit into the liquidity pool. You can get points for trading under this section here, diamond hands. So depending on the size of the trade, you're gonna get 1 point per dollar. And then you can also get points for referring friends. And you also get a 10% bonus for referring people and also for being referred. And I'll throw my link down below in case you want to sign up with that and get a 10% bonus, and then you can invite more people and get an additional 10% bonus of points. So yes, those are the 3 basic ways to earn points. So let's go back here and let's actually make a trade. So we'll hit active markets, we'll go back to Miami Beach, Florida and hit trade. And let's just put on a simple, let's say 2x leverage long trade. Check the liquidation price of this is $400. So it would have to drop by about 172 bucks for this position to be liquidated. Then I'm going to earn also 23 points per day. Actually, I didn't mention that, but it's not only when you place the trade, but if you hold the trade and keep it open, you get those points per day. That's why it's referred to as diamond hands. So let's go ahead and preview the trade and then open up the long position. It's gonna pop up in my Phantom wallet asking me to confirm. Very small transaction fee, so let's go ahead and hit confirm there. Okay, so that transaction was successful. The position was open. And if I hit here on this little button and click view details, then I can actually see in greater detail what's going on with this, and I can track the health of the position. If I need to, I can add collateral or withdraw if I want to. And here under the open position section, I can either close this or modify it. So currently I'm tracking the profit and loss on this. It's down 0.02%. But if I keep this open every day, I'll earn additional points, and whenever I want to, I could close it. So just for the purposes of the tutorial, I'll show you what happens if you want to close it. You just click on this button here, hit close, and then it pops up asking you to confirm. I'll hit close long position. and then it pops up again in the wallet asking me to confirm another transaction. So let's go ahead and do that. And that was successful. And now you can see in the open positions section, I have 0 open positions and I still have $11.54 of available margin. So it looks like I lost about 1 cent doing that trade, but you get the idea. That's how it works. So you can make a new position if you want, you can go long or short. And as long as you keep a track of how much margin you have available and what the liquidation prices are, you should be good. So that is the basic trading feature. You can keep an eye on the new real estate markets that will be coming out. And of course, remember, anytime you make a trade, especially with leverage, it is very risky. And there's smart contract risk in this as well, because it needs to pull the data from the real world on real estate markets and then bring it into the application and have it in a tokenized format. So there are risks involved with this and you need to be careful. Now let's move to the next way that you can earn points, which is by providing liquidity to the platform. So if we open up this tab here, you can see that the total liquidity that's been provided is just over $11 million. And so if you are interested in providing liquidity, you can earn a yield on the assets that you loan to the platform. And of course, you can earn Parcl points, which could also bring you additional yield in the form of an airdrop. And just so you know, LPs do collect 70% of the trading fees on the platform from Parcl. So that's pretty solid. And if you are interested in providing liquidity, again, you're going to need to have some USDC in your wallet, and this is separate from what you deposit to the platform to use to trade. So you need to deposit this as a separate transaction into the liquidity pool, and you can decide how much you want to deposit. So if I wanted to deposit $2 worth of liquidity, you can do that. However, there is a minimum lockup period of 30 days. So that's an important thing to note. If you are depositing into the Parcl liquidity pool, you need to know that you will not be able to withdraw those funds for a minimum of 30 days. And you need to decide if you need those funds at some point in the next month, or if you're willing to lock it up to earn some yield. So for the purposes of this tutorial, I'll show you how it works. If I was going to deposit liquidity, I would select the amount, click I understand, and then hit confirm deposit. This is going to earn me 6 points per day, and I just have to confirm the transaction in my Phantom wallet. Okay, that transaction was completed and the bonus is activated, so I will begin to earn those points. Now again, if I want to withdraw my liquidity, I would have to hit on the minus button. However, currently, since there are those lockup requirements, I cannot do it. So I have to wait for 30 days to come back and withdraw that liquidity. So those are the basics of how you use Parcl. Hopefully you found this little tutorial helpful. Again, remember, there are serious risks involved with this, especially if you're using leverage. However, this is a pretty decent airdrop target on Solana, especially since there's not that much liquidity locked on it yet, and it's relatively new. It's underfarmed, I would say, and if they do have an airdrop, it is possible that it could be quite lucrative. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video.